Hi, my name is Matt Newrick and I'm owner-in-chief instructor of Elite Defense Systems. I want to thank you once again for coming on back and seeing this next video so you can really find out what the best martial arts school is for you and or a family member. The next point that I want to cover is what are your particular goals? And I know I talked a little bit about that on the last video when we were talking about the 3 different types of martial arts schools, but I kind of want to take this a step further because I think a lot of times what happens is that people will walk into a martial arts academy or a self-defense dojo or something like that, and pretty much they are going to be told that, listen, their goal for getting into that program is to become a black belt. And listen, you know what, I have nothing against black belts. I may have some things against black belt programs and how they're run. I'll actually talk about that in just a later video. But what I want to get across is that black belt programs by themselves are not incorrect. What is incorrect is that how that may sway what your focus is and what you want out of a martial arts program. You know, the best thing that I can really do is not just, once again, convey to you what I think you should get out of a martial arts program. But what I will do is that now that I've had the chance of really meeting and training literally thousands upon thousands of students, I have really kind of learned what are the top reasons why adults get enrolled into our program, but also why kids get into our program. You know, not just what kids want out of our program, but also what parents want for their kids out of our program. And I want to highlight those just really, really quick right here. You know, meeting with so many different adults over the years, adults that are, extremely out of shape, adults that have never played a sport in their whole life, but then also, training and, being able to teach students and adults who, everywhere from their late teens all the way up to really their mid-70s, if you can believe that or not. I found out that all adults at some point or at some level really want these 3 things out of their program here at Elite Defense Systems. The first thing is that adults want self-defense training, but they don't have tons and tons of time to dedicate to it. Meaning that they don't have 10 years or several years to become a black belt or whatever. What they want is they want usable, practical self-defense training in a very, very short period of time, and that's something that we do here at Elite Defense Systems. The next thing is the fitness priority. Working out is fun. I mean, I work out, or I try to work out every single day. And the one thing I want to get across to you is that if you don't make workouts fun, they just become work, And I think, what happens is I have so many people coming on into my, self-defense academies, and the thing is that they want to work on out, they see the need, they may even like working on out, but the problem is that the forms that they've tried before have not really sustained their attractiveness, they are not fun anymore, and therefore they just become work. The things that I think a lot of adults tell me about our martial arts program is that they're still able to accomplish their fitness goals, but because they're so busy learning and focused on learning this technique or doing this drill, they forget that it's actually a workout. And by the time they're done with the workout, they're like, okay, you know what, now I don't have to go to the gym, or even better yet, I don't feel so guilty maybe having that piece of chocolate a little bit later on. But my point is this, is that fitness is obviously a huge, huge focus on why people may come on in and be interested in martial art training first off, but really after they get into it, they find a great result because they're able to get the physical results they want without having to feel that they're actually working on out. The third thing is what I'll sum up as being like the mental and emotional attributes from our martial arts classes. And what I mean by that is that people come on in and whether they want to boost in confidence or whether they want to reduce some stress, whatever it may be, martial arts and self-defense training is a great way to go ahead and do that. So once again, these are kind of like the 3 top reasons, and please understand that I put these in a particular order, but it may not be the order for each one of my students. I have students who come on in who fitness is actually their #1 reason. Or maybe I have a really stressed out businessman, and what they want to do is go ahead and just relieve some stress. So that may be their top thing. But really, as people get rolling in the martial arts program, they find out that, hey, you know what, self-defense is important, or staying in shape is important, or being able to really boost my confidence, that may be an important thing as well. On the other hand, we have the reasons why most of our youth students come on in and join up in our program. And once again, these are a mixture of not only what the kids want, but also what the parents want as well. It's a little bit different order as far as priority I see for them. I'm actually going to start out by saying that it's the mental and emotional attributes that I think so many parents are after, that they want to instill in their kids, whether it's that of self-control or discipline or respect or focus. but really having the focus here on the mental and emotional attributes as being a top priority for so many parents, I had to obviously mention that first. The second thing is the self-defense stuff. And you know what, I hate to say this, but you know, so many parents are bringing their kids into my academies these days because of bullying issues. And you know, whether it be high schoolers or whether it be people who are in first or second grade, unfortunately, that's how early it's starting these days. You know, really learning self-defense and how to defend oneself, I think, is so important and a great skill to learn. Being a parent myself, it's so important for me to teach my children to make sure how to stand up for themselves. It's not about teaching them how to be more aggressive, but it's teaching them how to be more assertive. And that's really the distinction that we have, you know, in our program. Just going back to the previous video, I think so many sports-centered schools, as great as they may be in so many other facets, I see so many of them coming into my schools now having gone through sports-centered schools, and the unfortunate fact is they come on into a program, because they've been in a sports-centered school, they become more aggressive. And I've seen so many people who have been bullied now become the bully within the school. So our focus here is teaching self-defense, but also teaching them things like verbal de-escalation. Teaching them how to talk their way out of altercations, but also giving them options so if they are kind of harassed or bullied, what are the steps they can take to make sure that it does not continue within their school or, you know, even outdoor social settings. The last thing we have here is for the youth is obviously the fitness benefits as well. You know, once again, being a parent myself, I can say that it's great having my kids within our self-defense programs because they find a way, they find an outlet to get out that kind of energy. So, you know, it makes bedtime a little bit easier, I will say that. But I think what so many other parents kind of echo to me is not only those exact same things I've gone over with my own kids' experience, but also it's a fact of we see a lot of kids just not being active these days. I mean, I see so many kids, their first visit, they come on in, you know, with their parents, and they're glued to their DSs, or they're glued to their, eye touches, playing games. And I just simply ask the parents, hey, listen, is this a normal thing? They're like, yes. It seems like if they're not at school, they're playing these games, they're sitting inside when they should be outside doing stuff. So once again, having the fitness benefit for our children, I think, is so important there. So once again, I'm not sure if these really line up for you or what your needs are, but these are what so many of my students are coming in and telling me. And once again, because I've been teaching for so long now and have the experience of teaching, literally, like I said, thousands upon thousands of students, these are more or less what I've kind of modeled my program after, of making sure we give these benefits. Could you have other goals too that we can add on to this? Without a doubt. And this is the last thing I'm going to end this video on. One of the things I encourage all of my students to do, my parents or the children or even my adult students, is to fill out one of our goal sheets. It helps us really identify how we can help you specifically. Because although these may, just encapsulate a summary of what you may want out of the program, I can also realize that there may be more specific things that we can help you out with. So the more specific you kind of get with us, the more we can help you out. Once again, take time out to do this. Take time to maybe write out your own list of 2, 3, 4, 5 things of what you want from our martial arts program. Feel free to either contact us through our website or just give me a call directly, and I would love to talk to you about your specific goals. Thanks so much for watching this. We'll see you in the next video.